Okay, today's lesson 4-2, identifying and writing proportions. Our objective is I can find equivalent ratios and identify proportions. So our first example is comparing ratios in simplest form. So that means we need to simplify these fractions or ratios. So 2 over 7 is already simplified. 6 over 21 can be simplified both by 3. So 6 divided by 3 is 2. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So we have 2, 7, and 2, 7. Those are the same, so they are equivalent. Part B says 8 over 24. Both those can be simplified, so divided by 8. So if we divide those by 8, 8 divided by 8 is 1. 24 divided by 8 is 3. 6 and 20 can both be divided by 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. 20 divided by 2 is 10. 1 over 3 and 3 over 10 are not the same. This one is not equivalent. Example 2, comparing ratios using a common denominator. So that means we need to get the number on the bottom to be the same. So there's two ways you can do this. You can multiply the two numbers together, or you can use least common multiples. So 2 and 4, the least common multiple is going to be 12. So 2 times 3 and 4 times 3, because that gives me a 12 on bottom. So 6 over 12 is the first one. The next one I need to multiply by 2 because 6 times 2 is 12. So 3 times 2 is 6. So I have 6 over 12 on both of them, so they are equivalent. A third way you can do this, the way I prefer, is using that butterfly method. So we can say 2 over 4 and 3 over 6. So we're comparing these. Remember, butterflies just cross products. So I'm going to do 6 times 2, which is 12, and 4 times 3, which is 12. If I get the same thing, they mean the same thing, so they're equivalent. So let's go ahead and look at example 1 and do that butterfly. So 2 over 7 and 6 over 21. 2 times 21 is 42. 7 times 6 is 42. So they were equivalent. So let's look at 8 over 24 and 6 over 20. 8 times 20 is 160. 24 times 6. 4 times 6 is 24. 6 times 20 is 120. 120 plus 24 is 144. Notice that these are not the same. That means they are not equivalent. Example 3 just asked me to find an equivalent ratio. So tell me another fraction or another ratio that means the same thing as 8 over 14. The easiest way to do this is simplify if we can. So we can divide both of these by 2. 8 divided by 2 is 4. 14 divided by 2 is 7. Simplifying is the easiest way to find an equivalent ratio. That's only part of the problem, though, because they want us to write a proportion. So a proportion is just two ratios set equal to each other. So we're going to say 8 over 14 is equal to 4 over 7. That's our proportion. Part B says 4 over 18. Both of those are divisible by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. So I'm going to set my proportion. 4 over 18 is equal to 2 over 9. And those are my answers on those. I could also multiply both of them by 2 instead of dividing them by 2. There's more than one correct answer on this. So your guys' assignment is IXL, J3 and J8.